Hey everybody, welcome in to a later edition of Coffee with Kim. This morning it's water with Kim because I have been up working on building a gazebo and it's too hot out to have coffee while I do that. So it's water with Kim, but that's fine. We can still have a coffee talk. Hey Amber, how are you? Thanks for being the first here and stopping in. I love it. Thank you so much. Hey everybody else, I'm so glad you're here. If you're lurking, and working. Don't forget your thummies, please. Hey, Mandy, how are you? Hi, Margaret. Rebecca, hey there. So I was working on that gazebo, and there was just no way I was going to be able to. Hi, Frizzy, be able to take a break at 8:30. So I set the alarm for 10:45 and kept working. And the next thing I know, the alarm's going off. I'm like, duh. So easy, breezy, beautiful. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Yes. So, I'm building a hard top gazebo, and I've got to go 5 feet up on a ladder and with a drill and parts and pieces and screw things in and this and that. So, yeah, um, that's happening. By the way, here is an update on my corner to corner blanket. Pretty cool color pattern, isn't it? Now this is using the Super Saver Granny Square. Excuse me. I'm going to call it my splash of color. Morning, Debbie. Good morning, Joanne. Joanne, I just got into my email. I was locked out for a couple weeks. Um, so I'm going to respond to your email. I did get it just this morning. But anyway, um, so don't think I didn't get it. I just have been locked out. So good morning, Debbie. I don't know if I said that, but good morning. So I'm still working on this corner to corner, and you guys are right, by the way. Now that I know how to do it, it is so easy. This would actually make a really pretty shawl, too. So thank you, Margaret. I'm going to finish one skein going this way, and then I'm going to, well, that's just pretty. And then I'm going to do another skein back the other way. Uh, yeah, so I was locked out of. Thank you, Arrow. Good morning. I was locked out of my Fortunate Creations email. Good morning, Michelle. So here's how far I got. I worked on it a lot over the weekend um, in the camper. Excuse me. I did not sleep very well last night. Oh my goodness, you guys, I got a leg cramp so bad in my right calf. Oh, mind you, I can't move fast, right? I like a turtle stuck on my back, and this thing is locked up solid, and I can't move. Oh, it was awful. So I have one of those patches on it, which is doing nothing. But anywho, that's why I'm yawning, is because I did not sleep well. Mm. So last night. Oh, good, Mandy. That's cool. So you guys remember yesterday I started the bathing suit cover up poncho that I'm going to make. And I found that the yarn that I'm using is on clearance. And it said Michael's, the one that I always go to, had several left. So I hop in the car. I think you can see where I'm going. Hello, Marianne. So I hop in the car. I drive to Clifton Park, which is 20 minutes, half hour. I get into Michael's directly to the back where I know they keep them, and there's none. Not one. Not one little nothing of the yarn that's supposed to be there. And So I did not come home with any yarn. Are you kidding? Oh, well, that's good to know. All right. So yeah, so I actually, for the first time in mental history that I can remember, um, I left Michael's and I did not buy one thing. So anyhow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't tell you how right you guys are about how relaxing this corner to corner is doing. So, all right. So I worked on that. I also, Amber, while I was watching the last of your show or the end of your show, I finished putting these together. Now look at this. Different dye lots. See where the color change is different? Isn't that funny? But it is what it is. I'm certainly not going to take it all apart. So I got it all together. I think I did it on the wrong side. I did. Huh. Yeah, it is pretty. I'm going to keep this one for myself because I just found a mistake that I made that I'm not fixing. You can see the seam is on this side for the bottom and it's on the other side for the top. So this is just going to be an on the couch blanket. I don't know what I was going to do with it anyway, but so now that I see it's all the same length, I can go ahead and continue closing it up all the way across. And then, I don't know, I might just put a border on the ends. I might not do fringe on this one if it's not going to anybody. So there's that. I finished this. And then while I was out looking for yarn that wasn't at Michael's, I stopped over at Goodwill and I found a ton, like a cart full of fake flowers, silk flowers. And you know I need them for the fair. So I filled my cart. Now, when Fritz isn't with me, I use it as my shopping cart. So I filled my little cart and it was only $10. So I filled the cart with fake flowers for only $10, which is amazing. So I decided to stop at the fair. I went to the animal fair. The birds and the beasts were there. The old raccoon by the light of the moon was combing his auburn hair. Come on, does anybody know that song? Funniest was the monk. He climbed up the elephant's trunk. The elephant sneezed and fell on his knees. And what became of the monk? Did anybody remember that? I'm sure there's something in there that's politically incorrect that I'm not supposed to sing, but whatever. So anyway, I stopped at the fair and dropped off the flowers. And then I got looking through. Now, anybody that enters a picture or a drawing or a photo or anything like that has to have it ready to be displayed. So they either need a stand or they need to have it ready to hang. So I needed stands. I wanted to see how many stands I had. And it wasn't many, so I decided to come home and make some. You want to see? I want to see what I made. They're just very simple, but they will really work. So I was going off of this as my kind of visual on, okay, this is how it has to look. So I started out with these. Same idea. There's a thing across the front. It leans or it stands up, right? So this is, I made 2 of these. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, and I know they look ridiculous, but they're going to hold the pictures up. So that's all I need. Then I decided to go with the easel design. So now you can set it right in there and it's going to work nicely. I'll show you. See, it'll stand right in there. So I made a bunch of these up and I'm going to make a bunch more. And this is why, you know, sometimes I buy crafting things and I'm like, why am I buying this? Well, that would be why, because sometimes I I need to go in my craft room and say, I need to make this. And I turn around and there's what I need to make. So I took my hot glue gun and I did not burn myself, not one time, which is very major for me. You guys know that. So there you go. That was my day. Yeah, right. So the other one's wonky. I get that, but you know what? It's gonna work for what I need and for what the kids are doing. So um I stopped making the other ones and I'm just gonna make the easels. So last night, Rebecca, now I don't know why they do this, but my chickens, and I get it, they're still only a couple months old, but they don't go in and roost yet. So I made them that huge coop, right? They had the little coop and now they have the big coop. And they weren't using it. So last night I closed off the little coop and guided them. I was going to say force them, but I don't force them. I guided them into the big coop and I closed it off. Oh, it wasn't hot yesterday. But anyway, so I closed it off and they were in the big coop all night. And then I went out this morning and they were waiting for me by the door. They're so stinking cute. I can't. So they all slept in their big girl bed last night. I'm going to do it again tonight because I really want them to use the big coop instead of the little one. I need a stitch marker. Yeah, so that's like my other ones years ago. They trained themselves. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead tonight and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to close off the part where they've been huddling and I'm going to guide them back in to where I want them to sleep. Because come winter, they need to have that big coop. I mean, they can't be in that. They were just huddling in the caged in part, you know? And I don't want that. So I'm thinking, because I'm home until Saturday morning. So I'm thinking last night, tonight, and tomorrow night, I'll have them all in there. So, oh my goodness. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to drive up to Wilton, which is, I don't know, a half hour, 40 minutes that way, or if I'm just going to order the yarn at Michael's online. I think I'm just going to order it online and have it delivered. If I spend $49, I get free delivery anyway. So, wow, you guys, my fingers are sore. I think it's from. Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't have any of that, knock on wood. Um, and where the girls are, they're completely closed in. They're guarded by the shed and the fence and the garage. So they're pretty sheltered. But I know, don't delusion myself because I know that other animals can get in. What I didn't know was that skunks are also a danger to chickens. Skunks will eat the eggs. So skunks will go right in there. They don't really want the chicken, but they'll kill the chicken to get the eggs. So that's something I didn't realize until I had them before. Possums? All right, I didn't know that either. So there's a lot to learn. But they're much better off in that big shed coop than they are in that little fenced in area of the other coop. So, and I know I'm sorry I'm using black on this, you guys, but the color change will happen shortly. So that was my boring day. Not very boring, right? I'm just thinking that corner to corner pattern is really pretty. It would make a great shawl. So I had someone give me a new project bag. My financial advisor. It's an insulated bag, but it's perfect for all my stuff. All my stuff. He also gave me cool shades. Ready? I don't wear sunglasses often. And my glasses turn into sunglasses. Maybe I'll wear these the rest of the show. No, I will not. No, I will not. Pretty neat, though. Who do you think you are? They're pretty neat, right? Holy cow. I could use them while I'm building that gazebo. So the gazebo I'm building, just so you guys don't think I'm a lightweight, the gazebo that I'm building is a 12 by 10 with a hard roof. It came in 2 boxes that weighed 70 pounds each. And I'm putting it together by myself. Until the last few minutes, my neighbor came over and helped. Yeah, so last night, River Life was putting together a TV bracket for out in his bar. So I got no help there. And I had to stand up 8-foot high posts at each corner and keep them standing so I could put the 8-foot or the 10-foot, 12-foot long post that way. So you know what I did? Whoa, it's bright in here. I took 2 of the posts and tucked them under the lip between the deck and the house. So it held them up. And then I took the other 2, walked out the distance, how far it had to be, and I took my wrought iron furniture and held it up that way. So, hi, Lisa. So, you know, you just got to be a little creative when you're doing a 2-man job by yourself. Exactly, Margaret. So doing a 2-man job, one person, is quite challenging, but doing it. And it wasn't until I hurt my shoulder again this morning. It's still the same thing. It always just aches. I'm not going to complain about my aches and pains to you guys. But I got to the point where I couldn't lift, and I had to lift up the inner roof up on top of the shell that I built. And I couldn't do it myself. So the neighbor came over and saved me. Thank goodness. All right, so I'm going to do one more row of double or half double crochets on this. So just to update you guys, I am making a bathing suit cover. I'm making a baby soup. I'm making a bathing suit cover out of Caron layer cupcakes. I'm starting with black in case I run out because it's limited edition and they're selling it off. So in case I can't find any, I can just add a different color. And I started with a chain of 72. And now I'm doing 2 rows of half doubles just to give it a good collar. And then I'm going to just start a pattern. I don't know what kind of pattern, but probably something simple like I might do double crochets because it's a cover up, right? You want it to be kind of airy. I might make it look a little bit like the market bag with the holes in it. Where's the one I crocheted? Over here. Right? If I do it like this, make it look like a chicken wire. Anybody remember how I did that? Yes, I do. So I think I'm going to make a market bag style bathing suit cover. And you guys saw it here first. Did you ever do that? Did you guys ever start a project not really knowing what you're going to make and then you change it halfway? Or not halfway, but you make it up as you go. I like doing that. But the problem is when I'm done with it and someone asks me for the recipe, I don't have it. So I have to try to remember. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the fun of doing your own stuff and making up your own stuff. Using other people's patterns is wonderful, but if you're not sure what you want to make, just start and then let the yarn tell you what you're making, right? Oh, by the way, my daughter's home from Colorado, so I can stop freaking out. Not that I was freaking out. Not me, never. Yeah, she's home, which is good because I don't like when she's not home. I mean, I don't see her every day or even talk to her every day, but I like to know that she is within driving distance. I can get to her in 20 minutes if I need her. So, or if she needs me. Today is my goal is to not leave the house except for to get my inspection. Gosh, please don't let me forget that. I got to get my inspection done at 1 o'clock. So it's just a little place in town. It shouldn't take that long at all. I think this will be a nice cover up. So I was listening to the news yesterday while I was driving, and I was listening to the victim impact statements from that quadruple murder. By the time I got to Michael's, I was sobbing. I was crying so hard. Like people, I'm getting out of the car and they're looking at me like, what's wrong with you? It's heart-wrenching. It was just terrible. And, but yeah, so sometimes I'm my own worst enemy. Yeah, it was, oof. I mean, to hear like one of the dads talking, and his voice kept cracking, and he kept pounding his fist to try to. Sassy Mary, hello, darling. How are you doing? I'm working on my bathing suit cover up because everyone in the world needs my bathing suit covered up. Not to be rough on myself, but it is what it is. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day already. You're in give up mode. What are you giving up on? I've probably already given up on it. Okay. Now. Oh, we're not there yet. What am I doing? Acting like I'm done. Not done. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sometimes stuff like we tried last night. I mentioned River Life got a new TV. We tried last night to connect it to our cable provider. It's a TV. You'd think it would be able to connect to our cable. Nope. It's painful. So I'm lucky with the printer. River Life has a home office here, and they pay for all of his stuff. So if I need to print not a book, but if I need to print something quick, he has a nice printer, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Let's put this here. Now I'm going to fold this in half and make it a 2-point poncho. Normally I'd count, but it's just a bathing suit cover up, so I'm not stressing over it too much. So I'm going to go ahead and put another stitch marker right here in the middle. Smack dab in the middle. And I'm just going to start my pattern. I think at each point, I'm going to do 2 doubles. Yeah, like the olden days. My Cricut is Bluetooth as well. And sometimes it's like, please make sure it's plugged in. I'm like, I'm looking at it. It's plugged in. So you're right. Sometimes it's just easier to do it the old way. All right. So if I have 72. Margaret, I need your math skills. I want to chain 2, skip 2, chain 2, skip 2, chain 2, skip 1, chain 2, chain 3, skip 2, all the way around. So I want to chain 3, skip 2, all the way around. Will that work out? We're about to find out. Did that. So I'm going to do one here to start it off. And then we're going to chain 3, skip 2, and double crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, and put a double right here. Okay, chain 3. Lena, Lena, Bobena, Bonena, Fena, Fofena, you're never late, 'cause we love you, Benna. All right, so I already screwed it up. I don't want to just do a single crochet. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so chain 3, skip 2, do a double in the 3rd. There we go. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, skip 2, and do a double in the 3rd. We'll see. Yeah, it's doing the windows like I want. I need some advice on making t-shirts if anybody has any ideas. I have my Cricut machine, but I can only do like black and white t-shirts. Thank you, Michelle. So I'm trying to make a t-shirt for Zwickstock, my family reunion. And I want it to be like multicolor. Hello, Jetton. How are you? Carrie, is that Jetton's name? Welcome in. Good. Glad to have you here. I'm glad you stopped in. Always nice to see different faces, new faces. 1, 2, Skinnamarink-a-doo. I'm going to take some Tylenol, you guys. So I had one of those silly patches on. I don't know why I insist on trying them so many times, but how many we got left? Oh, all right. I thought there was only 3. I'm going to go ahead and take 3. Ooh, 650 milligrams each, and I'm taking 3. That should stop the pain, right? We shall see. Okay. I don't know when, though, Michelle, but I will. I will try. I have tons of laundry to get done. and I don't want to do it for some reason lately, you guys. Oh, yeah, for the t-shirts. Thank you. 1, 2. Oh, my goodness, you guys, it's going to work perfect. Oh, my goodness. Chain 3. Skip 2 and do the point. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Lou, skip to my Lou. Lou, skip to my Lou. Lou, skip to my Lou. Skip to my Lou, my darling. 1, 2. Brum. Oh my goodness. You know what? I better play the lottery, because I don't think that's ever going to happen again. So I sent my inventory list over to the lady from my fair who's got that, the gift shop. So hopefully she'll email me back. But get this, you guys. So you remember what happened last year with my flower blanket, right? They disqualified me without telling me, right? So I got an email from the woman that runs the fair. And I wrote back and I said, unfortunately, I'm not entering this year. She's like, I was looking for your entries because I normally have some pretty cool stuff. And I was like, I'm just not doing it anymore. And she apologized to me for how they treated me. Because I went in, I was taking time off from work at the time. I was working. And they would treat me like an outsider. They would treat me like, because I was there to volunteer, and I wasn't related to them. So they would treat me. I don't know what that, are you talking to me, Michelle? Oh, thank you. Because I had no idea what you were talking about. So anyway, she did say she was sorry that I'm not coming back, and she felt bad that they treated me that way. She won't do anything about it because what can she do about it? They already disqualified my thing, right? So whatever. I can focus on my fair now instead of worrying about that. I feel weird not having something entered in though. So what do you so Rebecca, I don't know if you saw the blanket, but I made a blanket out of all stars or flowers. And then I connected each flower at every petal. So it was a really nice throw, really, really nice throw. And I entered it in as a crocheted throw. And they disqualified it, saying I should have entered it as a shawl. Now, knowing how the fair runs now, they have plenty of time. See, what I would have done is judged. I would have said, okay, this should be a shawl. I would have put it in with all the rest of the shawls and judged it accordingly. She didn't. She just threw mine in a pile and said, you screwed up, you're done. We're not judging this. And in my opinion, that just isn't right. So they do not get my participation this year. Which, like I said, it makes me feel sad, but I miss the excitement of seeing stuff with a ribbon on it, And thank you. It was it really came out pretty. And I was really disappointed when I went back opening day of the fair. I went in, paid fair price. I did all just so I could go see it. And there it sat in a pile. I was really upset. Exactly. But like I said, I get it. Now that I know judging day, I understand the chaos and this and that. So what we do is we judge it in the category we think it should be, and then we let them know when they come. Exactly, Rebecca. And the thing is, when I asked, she just shook her head and said, well, that's the way it goes. Yeah, Arrow. And that's why, I just don't want to anymore. So I'm not going to give my money to that fair. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be a simple pattern. I'm just going to do exactly what I've been doing all the way around, round after round, till it gets long enough. So you guys, I have a problem, and it's a weird one, and I'm not quite sure what to do about it. Crocheting lately is making me tired, like exhausted tired. Like I'm sitting here crocheting and I'm trying not to fall asleep. Granted, I'm sleepy, I understand that, but normally when I'm concentrating on something, excuse me, that doesn't happen. And right now, I'm falling asleep. So if anybody has a hint, maybe I should eat some pretzels. And I like being relaxed, but but I don't want to. I want to be able to crochet, and every time I try, I fall asleep. Like I'm really fighting a nap right now. Let's see, 11 to 12. I could take a half-hour nap before I have to go get my car inspected. I should have. He's my neighbor. My mechanic is my neighbor. Um, so I should have sent my car in with him to get it inspected, so I wouldn't have to get up. But my goal is not to go shopping today. Not that I shop every day, but I have a tendency to shop every day. Oh, I crack me up. Can I just tell you right now, I'm sitting here dreading going back out to work on that gazebo. I was teetering at the top of that ladder. It is not safe. But whatever. I don't know. No, I don't. Yeah. Well, thank you. I have a bag of them in the other room, but I'm certainly not going to munch on pretzels while we chat. This is the Watch Kim Chu show. I won't though, Arrow. That's just it. And I can't really explain why not, but those of you that know me know. Yeah, no, if I take a nap, I actually feel worse when I wake up than I did before I lay down. But sometimes you just can't help it. Yeah, I don't know if she's home later though. I'm going to have to wait and see. And it's not that I can't actually do the work, it's the logistics of standing on a ladder so many feet up, balancing the part you're trying to attach, the screws you're trying to attach it with, and the drill. And I'm not a very balanced person anyway. So we shall see. We shall see. By the sea, ba da 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 dee 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 da 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 da. What did I do? I didn't make a point. Mm 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 mm. Well, I'll make one this time. What am I doing here? I don't know, making up a poncho. Sorry, I forgot you guys were here. I don't. I put a point on this end, but not on the other end. Maybe it's time to set it down because I am not concentrating. Ow. Yeah, that's just it. Well, actually, if I landed in that, it would cushion it a little bit, but I'm 5 feet up on a ladder on a deck that's 10 feet up off the ground. You know what I'm saying? So that's happening. Can you hear that car? My neighbors, they all have big muscle cars. Yeah, so I'm teetering. I mean, I'm up high, but I got to get it done. So, it's not going to do itself. And it'll just sit in the box, and I can't tolerate that. So, I got to get it done, Michelle. No, I have not, Rebecca. I haven't had anything checked lately. Maybe I'll eat a cough drop. That'll keep me occupied. I don't need one, but you know what? Maybe a little bit of sugar from it. Oh, I wish I had some Necco wafers. That's random, isn't it? I love Necco wafers. Paper's stuck on it. Here we go. Yeah, you can tell, right? Ew, they're stale. Oh, sorry. That's right. Yeah, I know. This was a bad idea. Werther's. I love caramel coffee. Those hard candies, but then you chew them and the inside's really soft. This was a bad idea. All right. It's for the house. No one will notice. Except me. Yeah, you heard him come in? Yipper. Oh, it did open up my sinuses nicely, though. They said hello to you. He's working from home today. There we go. That was interesting. Yeah. Arrow. That's not how this works, darling. That's not how it works. That's all I got to say about that. Good times, great oldies. So I just called a family meeting for Saturday so we can prepare for Zwickstock. I think I'm going to go to the restaurant store and get the food. And then we're going to all spend what we have to spend and then divvy it all up. And then we'll see who owes who what at the end of that, which I think is a great idea. Instead of I go spend $50 and then everybody gives me 20 and then someone else spends $50 and someone else, we're just going to put it all in and we'll even it up when we're done. And Al is too far away. I have to remember, do you remember, Michelle, last year? I forgot the hot dogs in the car for a week. You should have seen my niece's face when I'm like, do me a favor. I said, go over into my car. Don't tell anybody. I said, but go over into my car and just check in the back and see if it didn't though. That's just it. It was like it was in a cooler, but obviously the cooler wasn't working because it was a week. Nothing keeps anything clean for a week or cold for a week. Um, so she just looks at me from the back of the car and nods yes. And I'm like, oh my God, now I have to tell my whole family that I zoned out and that all the hot dogs are ruined in my car. It was terrible. Oh, yeah, yeah, good call. Right. They were sealed up. Yeah, they were. But that was, there was like 50 hot dogs. I mean, it wasn't a very small amount of hot dogs. It wasn't like one little pack. This was, anyway, my brother didn't remember it. Oh, yeah, it's pretty, right? Yeah, I think, I mean, like I said, it's just for me for around the farm, so I'm not stressing over the mistakes I'm finding myself make. Like I forgot to put points on and I may have counted wrong on a couple, whatever. It's just to cover up myself heading to the pond and back. But yeah, this is really pretty. So when I went to Goodwill yesterday, I found a mermaid, a crocheted mermaid. So cute. I didn't pick it up because what was I going to do with it, right? So I let it go. All right, one, two, put one here, and then go in here. Hi, Melissa. How are you doing, hon? I know I'm late. What did Mary say? Hey, he forgot. So it's just, yeah, I'm sure. I'm busy apparently constructing. I'm constructing things. I just love this yarn, you guys. I love working with it. I love the feel of it. I do. I'm really sad that it's going away, but I have to find it and make sure I get some as much as I can. So I worked on the playlist, you guys. It's coming along nicely. I've got 10 hours of music right now. Oh, that's my brother-in-law. He never calls. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, I'm standing on it. Hold on, you guys. I'm just going to mute this for a minute if I can figure out how. Hello? Okay, not an emergency. He just wanted me to know that Jerry Seinfeld was coming tonight to our local venue. That's not going to happen, but that was nice of him to think of me. He knows how much I love Seinfeld. I always worry when they call because they don't usually call. If it's something they normally text, but a call is usually urgent, which I'm glad it's not. Make KO soon, knock out, go up. What's KO? I don't know what KO means. Conk out. Is that it? Conk out? Oh no. The undead. I'm still lost. You got to realize for oh great. Now I have the hiccups. Let's hope it was just one. You got to understand I'm half asleep, so whatever you say is probably not making much sense. Oh, gotcha. You noticed no whack-a-moles for you because I put it on subscribers only. Yes, I did. I'm going to have 100 hours for what, Michelle? Oh, yeah, this will be fine. This is going to be pretty. Look at that. It's going to be really pretty, you guys. Oh, yeah. Sorry. So I have 10 hours. And I got some good songs on there. I was listening to it while I was driving around yesterday. Pretty cool. And like I said, for members, I will put a link to that playlist for you all. It really is pretty, right? I'm telling you, I'm in love with this yarn. And I have got to make sure I buy some. I can do it on my phone. You guys want to do some shopping with me? Let's see what we have left. Let's go to, Yarnspirations. It is the Caron Cupcake Layers. Hi, Sandy. How are you? All right, let's see if I can go in my Michaels app. Okay, now. Oh my good. I just love it. I love it. I mean, they're small cakes. It was expensive, but now they're going out. They're getting rid of it. So layer cupcakes. Boom. No cupcakes. It's not even on the website anymore. You guys, I'm about to be so sad. They have latte cakes. You guys, it's not here. The problem is, all right, so I did it in this cart. Let me see. Let's open in another tab. I did it over here. Let's see if it's still in my cart from there. Oh, giddy up. It's in my cart. All right. So let's see if I can ship. Okay, shipping unavailable. So Latham. Where's Latham? Oh, I know where that is. All right, let's see if all of them have Latham. I could go to Latham, you guys. Out of stock in Latham. Out of stock. Ay, ay, ay. Latham is closer. Hey, hon. Yeah. Is Latham closer than Wilton?
About the same.
Okay.
Where in Latham?
Over by the Target. I can go either or place. I don't want to go both.
Wilton's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So they're here. There's no shipping available on them. They will not let you order them. So they're only selling what's in store right now. So I'm just going to see what they have in Latham. So this one, they don't have it. Okay, so I'm going to remove that. I'll save it for later. We don't remove things. All right, this one's saved for later because it's Wilton. Latham, Latham, Wilton. You guys, I'm so sad. Save for later. Maybe I'll go to Wilton tomorrow. You never know. All right, let's see. Latham, good. Okay, so I can get Oasis, Sunshiny Day, Bubblegum, all in Wilton, or all in Latham. That doesn't make me all that happy. Yeah, for 4. And it's called Caron Layer Cupcakes. So let me see if I can click on what's in my cart. Refresh. Let's see if they have more in Latham. So in store only, $4. Yeah, it was $8. You're spending $4. Store pickup. But I want to make it for just the one store. I don't want to check other stores. $4 in stock in Wilton. Yeah, so Wilton is like, well, we have the Saratoga race course here, and Wilton is really near Saratoga. So it's one of those, do I really want to go that badly? I kind of do. All right. Well, anyway, I'll figure it out, but I'm going to have to go drive there. Yeah, for $4. Yeah. So if you guys are, you have local? I wonder if I could, I would love to have you guys like get it for me and I'll pay you for it. But then it's shipping and then we're not, then it's not the savings anyway that I want, right? So anyhow, all right, so that one's in Latham, right? That one's in Wilton. Where's this one? Pick up today. 3 available in Wilton. Wilton. Latham. So I'm just going to go drive to Latham. 5 in this color. I'm getting all of them. I'm telling you, I love this yarn enough to get it all. So, yeah, if you wouldn't mind, any color. I love the yarn, I love the color, and I really want to keep using it, but this is my only stash, and I don't know why they're getting rid of it, but they are. All right, you guys, we've been on an hour. Thanks for shopping with me. I will, I'll be on tomorrow, maybe later. Well, I can drive to Latham anyway. There's Sonic. I can always get ice cream. I'm kidding. I'm not getting ice cream. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, this afternoon, whatever we're doing. And remember, always be happy, be kind, be creative. Remember that I love you guys. And I will talk to you tomorrow. All right, you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.